Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Please say hello to everybody, Mr. Curtis.
Thank you, Professor. It is my pleasure to be here.
Okay, and that's enough out of you. Let's hear from our trainer in training, Corbin. That's right, that's his name, Corbin. How are you today, Corbin?
You know what? I'm feeling very good, very, very cheerful. It's the holiday season. We got Christmas coming up. I've already sent my mail to Santa Claus and told him exactly what I wanted. A Pokemon this year. I didn't get one last year.
If you tell us, it's not going to come true.
Okay. Well, I asked for something.
I'll tell the Delibirds.
No, not the Delibirds.
What do you mean? No, don't tell them that. Okay, listen.
Tell them.
I'm excited. I'm feeling cheerful. It's a happy holiday season, and I'm ready. I'm ready for Christmas around the corner. I'm ready to learn, and I'm honestly really excited for our holiday break coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. I get to kind of just chill out a little bit, have a little bit of a breathing room, and break. What?
I've said this before. I thought I used to think you weren't funny, but that was actually a pretty good joke.
We have a Christmas break coming up, right? I mean, like we can't expect students to listen to this during the holidays.
I'm
right?
sorry. Not all of my students celebrate Christmas, Corbin.
What the?
All right. Yeah. So I'm not going to have a Christmas break.
Some of them celebrate Squirtle Day. Thank you.
Squirtle Day, which is a day of remembrance for all the Squirtles.
For the Squirtle. By
Right.
Curtis. By Curtis's hand. Yeah.
No. But, plenty of
course.
people celebrate many different holidays in this season, so I'm going to respect them by not giving you any break at all. I think that's the fair and equitable thing to do in this situation.
I don't think that's fair or equitable, if you ask me.
Well,
Professor,
luckily,
I think
you aren't the
that's
professor.
Very fair and equitable.
Thank you. And Mr. Curtis thinks it's fair and equitable. All right, so, and I don't know what I was going to say there. That was weird.
I don't know either. I think you should give us a break.
I need a break just to let my brain wrap around the Pokemon that we're talking about today. Did you hear that wrap around? That was a little bit of a hint.
Ooh.
A little bit of a hinterino there.
Okay.
Do you want to guess? Or you just want to stare at me?
Arbok. That's the one.
Nope. We already talked about Arbok.
We did, didn't we?
I know. I can't remember a single thing about it, but we definitely did.
What's the other one? Sviper? Is that the other serpent-looking one?
Okay, it's not. Okay, it's not like a little snake-looking.
It's
snake thing.
Rayquaza, actually.
Yeah,
No.
it's gotta be, right?
No, it's not.
No, wait, Curtis. I think this week is finally Rowlet?
Okay,
Isn't it Rowlet?
we're learning about the evolved form of Tentacruel,
Oh.
which is Tentacruel.
You said the same thing twice.
No, I didn't. Tentacool, the unevolved form. Tentacruel, the evolved form.
Oh, okay, with the R.
I will say
cruel.
this. You know what's cruel? This naming convention. I don't know who came up with this, but they're awful.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Atrocious. Travesty, if you will.
What, that joke or the naming convention?
It's just all of it.
Okay, fair enough.
Everything.
Yeah, why decide?
Actually, you know what? I take that back. We're trying to be happy. It's the holidays. We're trying to be excited. But yeah, the naming sucks.
Somebody's trying to stay off of Santa's naughty list, I see.
I don't want coal again. Okay.
Again. What if it's in the form of a roly-coly?
That would be sick. A roly-coly. That'd be the best joke ever from Santa. All right, I need to get my list ready again.
He's a prankster. All right.
He is a prankster.
So, okay, I heard your complaints last time, mostly from Corbin, about, potentially dehydrating a Tentacool too much, not being able to revive it, which is ridiculous. Most of the time, they're fine, all right? Definitely that short amount of time being on the floor is not going to harm it. So, instead of me throwing it out of the Pokeball here in the classroom, I did already throw it out of the Pokeball, this Tentacruel, and it's in the pond that's in the back of the schoolyard.
Oh, wait, really? Let me see.
Yeah, so go ahead.
What? No,
Oh, no
you
kidding.
put it in the pond out? Oh no. Oh no.
did.
What's the problem?
What's the problem, Mr. Curtis?
My school of Magikarp that are in that lake. Oh, I hope they're okay. We just ordered them. They're specially colored bred Magikarp. They match the colors
wait,
of the
especially,
school.
Why would you buy
Specially-
Magikarp that are made of bread?
No, I think he said specially colored red. All Magikarp are
Oh,
Yeah.
they're already
Well,
red.
they're like-
Curtis.
They're like
you
two
got
different
ripped
shades
off.
of. They're two different shades of red to match the colors of the school.
red. Wait, the school colors are like what? Light red and dark red?
Yeah,
Man, that's
there's
terrible.
like classic
That
red
sucks.
and slightly darker red.
Yeah. So it's when do we have school colors? I thought it was just kind of like, it was just mute. I thought it was just mute.
Yeah,
It didn't
it's
really have much.
it's
There's
just,
not much school spirit here to begin with.
It's wood.
Yeah.
It's wood
Well, you
colored.
may be a little colorblind because the whole school is just in shades of red, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do that because like it activates the learning part of the brain. Red
I
does.
don't think there's any science behind that.
But that prize school of Magikarp that Jerry and I got in place in the pond is probably
it's
now
probably
all
dead.
eaten.
Oh yeah,
Who's
it's probably
Jerry?
dead. And hey, I just want to
Jerry, the gardener, the Shroomish.
No, that's
mean
Gary.
Gary?
What the hell are you talking about?
Who's
Jerry?
Jerry? Wait, Jerry is the oddish.
Have you forgotten?
Jerry is the oddish that evolved into a gloom that we fired
Oh,
because his
yeah,
attitude
we fired
was
him.
right down the crapper.
Yeah,
That's right.
he was a terrible, terrible employee of the school. We fired him. Gary is the Shermish. How do you not know this?
Gary
I'm
is
so sorry.
the Shroomish, all right?
He is the
far
Shermish.
as
He
I'm
mans
concerned.
the grounds. And guess what? That tentacle. Who's gonna clean up that Tentacruel now? Who's gonna get him out of there?
I mean, I'll just put him back into the Pokeball. It's not that hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
sure the
never mind.
professor
Okay.
will put him right in the Pokemon.
Yes. Okay.
What about all the dead
move to
Magikarp?
okay. Let's move to the window and let's take a look at this Tentacruel. All right. We can see the pond from the ocean. I was actually very lucky, and I got like the water view from my classroom. So okay. So look out. Do you see it? Do you see it out there?
Yeah, see, it's in the pond. It's chilling. It's vibing,
Uh-huh.
bobbing up and down.
Okay.
So
So
it's.
what do you notice?
Are
What
you
sticks
sure
out to you?
it's- Well, it looks just like a tentacle, honestly.
Well, no, it doesn't. There's some clear differences here.
Well, it's bigger,
Bigger, yes.
and it's hard to see from
It's
this.
definitely got more tentacles.
I was gonna say it's hard to tell, but it looks like it's got more tentacles.
Many of which are wrapped around the school of that Magikarp.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like
it's
just
very
it's like
unfortunate.
it's
Just
eating
going to
them like
town.
potato chips. I'm sorry to say, which is weird
Ugh,
because
that's
Magikarps
gross.
taste awful. Like
Yeah,
that's why
well.
that's why they're so abundant. Nobody fishes or hunts them. They're terrible tasting. They have Tentacruel has way more tentacles than Tentacool did. God, that sentence was nearly unintelligible.
It was bad, pretty bad.
But I mean, it's all correct. You can go back and check it. Everything I said was correct. Tentacruel, there's another big difference here that you may have not noticed right away because it is underwater. So maybe I'll tell you. It has like a little beak thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I see it. It's
maybe
flipping
more
up.
like-
It's flipping upside down. Look! It's flipping upside down and turning.
Wow, it's like it knew.
Doing
It's
tricks.
like it knew you were talking about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's a lot of dead Magikarp floating up when it moved.
Yeah, geez, it's not even eating them. It's just killing them for no reason.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Curtis. Your painted Magikarps are dead.
Yeah, they were painted. That is another thing. I did notice there was a lot of paint coming off in the water. You got scammed, Mr. Curtis. Please,
Yeah, I did.
Please, the next time before you spend school funds, please talk to me.
I had the principal's permission. I mean, this was all above board.
Really? Because the principal hates you.
I mean, that is true. I'm not gonna deny.
I see the note on your desk, and that's signed the principal. Doesn't sign his name that way. You put hearts on the eyes.
That wasn't me. I got this note on my desk this morning.
Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure you did. He's stealing money from the school. Can we fire him?
No, we cannot. Because he does. Weirdly enough, we give our teaching assistants tenure here. I don't know who started that and why we do it, but he has achieved tenure.
I don't get paid, but I do have tenure.
Yeah, we can't fire him.
Make it make sense.
He has tenure and he doesn't get paid. So in a sense, we never actually hired him in the first place. He just comes here.
Don't get that.
All right, so I think it's time to start like doing the lesson in earnest, and let's take a look at these Pokédex entries, starting of course with region number 1, best one, Kanto.
That's where we at. Saffron City. Let's go.
Yeah, number 1. All right, here in Kanto region, we say the tentacles are normally kept short. On hunts, they are extended to ensnare and immobilize prey.
Okay.
So, yeah, Tentacruel can change the length of its tentacles.
So it changes the length to
huh?
snare and immobilize prey. Nice.
Yes. All right. So in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next 5 entries, I'm going to say the word 80. All right, just so you know, just so you're prepared
80
for that.
because it's 80 times more likely to catch something than Tentacool, right?
No. Its 80 tentacles can stretch and contract freely. They wrap around prey and weaken it with poison.
Wow, 80.
Wow.
80 tentacles. I'm looking at it and it's it definitely doesn't have 80 tentacles though, right? Like,
you can count that from up here? Really?
I mean,
okay.
No, I can't count it, but I think my brain can distinguish what 80 looks like, or at least what, something of that magnitude looks like. I would say from here I can see maybe 10. Maybe 10, maybe 11.
Well, maybe it's hiding some, deep inside of its body. Or
maybe again,
its...
it can contract and extend them. So maybe they're hiding up in its body.
It just goes
true. Yeah.
Sucks them right up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Next one says it has 80 tentacles. Once they wrap around an enemy, the tentacles will not release no matter what.
Nothing's gonna stop them.
Nothing. Yeah. Not a Charizard melting them. Not a Machop throwing them, or the Machamp throwing them to the side. Nothing.
Not me getting in there and tickling them with a little feather that I got off of a Torchic. Nope.
Yeah, not me biting them on the eye. Nothing.
Yeah. Nope. I mean, yeah, it'll keep it there.
Yeah. True that.
All right. Let's move on to the Johto region. Its 80 tentacles absorb water and stretch almost endlessly to constrict its prey and enemies.
Another hyperbolic claim from the Pokedex there.
Well, it says almost.
It says almost endless.
I don't know what almost endless is, because...
Right, that's like saying I can almost live for infinity. There's no such thing as almost infinity.
Man, I almost counted to infinity.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It's a non-statement. It doesn't make any sense.
It's infinitely close, but infinitely far away.
Whoa, man, that's deep.
Wow, Curtis, you should write poetry, man.
Oh, I have. I can go through my book real quick if you want.
No.
I don't think anyone needs to see.
Okay.
I've been told these lessons have been going on a bit long, so I'm trying to shorten them down a little bit, and that would take way too much time. I've seen the poems. They're long. They're very long. All right, the next one says,
what's a poem if it's not 3 pages long? So.
A bad poem. In battle, it extends all 80 of its tentacles to entrap its opponent inside a poisonous net. All right, we kind of knew that already.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
When its 80 feelers absorb water, it stretches to become like a net to entangle its prey.
Okay.
Did you catch that? It's when it absorbs water.
When it absorbs water, yeah.
Yes. So before it said it can stretch and contract freely, but I think that's under the assumption that it's in water at that time.
Well, yeah. At basically at free will.
As long as it's in water.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, great. All right, let's
because
move on
it shrivels
to
up like a little piece of jerky, like the Tentacools do.
Well, I mean, it actually doesn't necessarily say that. I don't think in these entries. It doesn't really mention any kind of shriveling up, but I imagine it does. It doesn't talk about its the percentage of water in its body, so it might be less percentage of water at this point. Who knows?
It's got some more gumption to it.
Who knows?
Yes. All right. In the Hoenn region, it says. Sorry, I just love the Hoenn region so much. Sometimes I get choked up.
It sounds like. Are you good? Is that all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you for your concern, though.
Okay. It's the holidays. You can't be dying on us.
No. Well.
Wait till New Year's.
Yeah, that's when the holidays are officially over. Tentacruel has large red orbs on its head. The orbs glow before lashing the vicinity with harsh ultrasonic blasts.
What?
The orbs glow before lashing the vicinity with a harsh ultrasonic blast.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
This Pokemon's outburst causes rough waves around it.
Nice. Causing tsunamis up in here. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't say tsunami. It's just like rough waves. Not necessarily a tsunami.
Right. You might be right.
Yeah. We don't want to be hyperbolic. Only the Pokedexes can be hyperbolic.
Right, I was going to say, like, normally the
Right.
Pokedex would be like, it causes tsunamis with its sonic booms,
Well,
but...
well, maybe if it had a Gigantamax version, to be like, its nearly endless tentacles cause hurricanes and tsunamis with the merest
As they
flick.
wrap around the world 60 times.
the tentacles
Yeah.
could wrap around the entire Earth and Sun.
I mean, you joke, but that's how a lot of these entries sound.
Alright, the next one says, Tentacruel has tentacles that can be freely elongated and shortened at will. It ensnares prey with its tentacles and weakens the prey by dosing it with a harsh toxin. It can catch up to 80 prey at the same time. I guess one in each
Wow.
tentacle.
As we witnessed, as my entire school of Magikarp was eaten.
Yeah.
That sucks,
Although,
man.
didn't you buy 81? So maybe there's one still alive in there.
Maybe
Oh,
there is.
maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know. We'll see.
Who knows?
No,
take
I
it.
don't know.
It's hard
I'm
to
looking
tell.
now.
Let's be honest here. It's hard to tell the live Magikarp from the dead Magikarp.
At this
Yeah.
point, yeah.
Okay. The next one in the Hoenn region says it lives in complex rock formations on the ocean floor, and traps prey using its 80 tentacles. Its red orbs glow when it grows excited or agitated.
Okay. So it not only glows when it's doing the whole sonic boom thing, but
Yeah,
also
I was about to say,
when it feels
or like
emotions.
right before it lashes out with its sonic boom.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we'll get a little bit more information on that in a little bit. I promise.
Okay. Cool.
The last one here in the Hoenn region says it has 80 tentacles that move about freely. They can sting, causing poison and sharp stabbing pain.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't let it sting you.
So wait, each tentacle, like
Yes.
fuck, each tentacle
Cruel.
can poison, right? Each one.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, cool.
Why? Why do you ask?
I was just curious. I was just curious. I didn't know if
You wondering if there's like maybe only half of them have the poison on it or something?
Well, no, they keep talking about how like it poisons. I know like with Tentacool, it both of its tentacles. Fuck, that's so annoying to say. Both of its tentacles had poison like stingers on it that he used to poison. I didn't know if it was still only 2 or if
no.
all of them had it.
All
Tentacruel.
80. All 80
All
tentacles have
80.
them.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's why they call it Tentacruel.
That makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, it does. The first person to ever see a Tentacruel like got stung by it and was like, "Oh man,
Oh,
that was
God.
cruel. That was Tentacruel,"
And then died. Yep.
and then died promptly. Oh God. The person who was like working with him was like, "Oh, thank God he's dead. I hate that guy."
Thank God.
Of course.
Okay, let's move on to the Sinnoh region. With 80 tentacles for ensnaring victims, it prevents escape until the prey is weakened by poison. And the next one here says it alerts others to danger by stridently flashing the red orbs on its head.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So even more uses.
That's
for those
another
flashing
use for the orbs. Chalk one up for the orbs. That's what I like to say.
Is that what you like to say? So okay, so
I
we
do
got
like to say it.
so we have when it's excited, when it's agitated, when it's trying to warn people of something, and when it's
it does the sonic
doing the
boom.
sonic boom thing. Boom boom boom.
Ultrasonic blast. All right.
Okay.
Ultra as also the big sonic boom boom.
Yeah, the boom boom thing.
Okay, the next one here says it extends its 80 tentacles to form an encircling poisonous net that is difficult to escape.
That's cool. That's
Yep,
really cool, actually.
It is pretty cool. I mean, kind of like think about it. Like it's like a basket of horrible poison.
It's like a minefield. Like imagine being like a smaller water type Pokemon and like swimming through the water, and there's just like this giant long. You think it's seaweed, and you're like, oh no, that's a Tentacool.
Dear
Tentacool
Arceus, no.
just chilling on the bottom of the ocean, and it just rises up and just takes
And
you
like
out.
it says near endless, right? Almost endless. It can like stretch out its tentacles.
So it could stretch up for so far
How
and capture
far?
so many Pokemon.
I would love to know an actual number here. To know
Mr.
how
Curtis,
far...
do you have snorkeling
Yes,
gear?
I accept.
Okay,
You have snorkeling gear.
Let's find out
Yes.
how long these tentacles go.
We need you to go to the nearest ocean, which would be, I think, south of Fuchsia, right? The ocean right down there. And we need you to go find a tentacruel sitting at the bottom of the ocean and measure
pull
it.
and yank on its tentacles until it can't come out anymore.
Okay, well, Curtis, we don't want you to milk the tentacles because then it's going to be...
I'm gonna
it's
tie
gonna,
it to a Sharpedo and just rip and tug and pull.
We're gonna need you to dress up like a Magikarp, all right? We're gonna need you to
Yeah.
flop about and make it look like you're a delicious meal for the Tentacruel, all right?
I am a delicious meal.
And then measure how far the tentacles are when they get to you.
Yes, exactly.
You need a really long tape measure, too.
All right, I think it's time to move on to the next region, which would be Unova or Kalos if they actually had any new information, but of course they don't. So let's move on.
I did have a question for you, Professor.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Curtis.
They do talk about there being using its tentacles to make a poisonous net, but does it actually say that it has stingers like Tentacool does have stingers?
I think it just
has
secretes
80
it.
tentacles that move about freely. They can sting, causing poisonous and sharp stabbing pain.
Okay, so they do have sting in
I
there.
think they do have stingers, yes.
It does have sting. I imagine there's some kind of like piercing
Yes.
mechanic there.
There has to be, yeah.
Gotcha.
Let's see if the entries from the Alola region talk any more about it.
Okay.
Normally, it has 80 poisonous tentacles. The longer one has been alive, the fewer tentacles it will have.
Ooh, fights.
So what now?
Fights.
Yeah.
Get some fights.
So do you remember how Tentacool, when it loses a tentacle, it grows back?
Yeah.
Does that not happen with Tentacruel?
It seems like with Tentacruel, as it gets older, it loses its ability to grow them back.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
You know, that's actually really sad.
Wonder why it would lose that evolutionary ability.
I mean, why do humans lose hair over time?
I mean...
I don't know. It's just getting up there in
Why
age.
do I grow old and get all this?
Aging is different than evolution, man. Come on, you should know this.
It
You
is
see all
different.
this sagging skin right here? You see all this? Yeah. Why do I need this sagging skin?
Why are you pointing at your arms? I thought you were working out more.
Yeah, I thought you were
I mean,
working
I
out
am,
more.
but it's sagging. It's all
It
sagging.
takes time. It's not instant. It doesn't happen overnight, Corbin. All right. Jeez.
I know. Okay, jeez, just saying. I mean, good work, Curtis. It's the holiday season. Cheer, joy, keep working out. New year, new you body. Yep.
That's right.
Keep it up, Flabby. I mean, Curtis.
New
Good
me.
job.
All right. Somebody take that shovel away from him. He's digging deeper.
No.
Let me go ahead and save you by reading this next Pokedex entry.
Please do.
Although these Pokemon are rare, when a large outbreak rare, you can't swim a mile without running into 10 of these Pokemon, all right? They're not rare.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt the entry there. That was so very rude of me.
It's okay. Don't let it happen again, though.
Although these Pokemon are rare, when a large outbreak of them occurs, all fish Pokemon disappear from the surrounding area.
They're just like, nope, no more.
I mean, did they nope out of there, or did they,
Probably left. They probably all left.
left? Okay. All right. You don't think the Tentacruels hunted them to extinction?
I mean, maybe.
I think that's probably the best, the most likeliest possibility there.
Oh, well, thank you. Wow, it's so rare that you agree with me, Mr. Curtis.
I know.
so
I have
much
to
fun.
keep. I have to keep an honest, critical eye in class, and I have to say,
You've never said anything critical about the guy. Never.
I approve. Yep.
You always
Nothing to
approve.
critique here.
He approves the prof. Thank you
You're
very
just a kiss butt, Mr. Curtis. That's all you've ever been. That's all you ever will be, huh?
Wow.
You like this with every other teacher too, huh?
This is Professor's my only professor.
much. Yeah, he's
Ever?
This is the only class he's taken.
Wait, you've never had any other teacher growing up as a kid?
No.
Never?
No,
Well,
I
I mean,
have, but now that I'm a teacher's assistant, I'm not taking classes. I assist specifically the professor.
Also, he does see Ariados as just kind of like his life teacher, teaching him
That's right.
just the ways of life in general. So
True.
That's right.
true,
The night
true.
mother speaks to me.
constantly,
You need
without
therapy.
end.
You need therapy.
All right, you know what? I need to read this next Pokedex entry. So if we could all calm down, please. Thank you.
Settle down, Curtis.
No, you. You specifically, Corbin.
Sorry.
It fires off ultrasonic waves from its red orbs to weaken its prey. And then it wraps them up in its 80 tentacles. Alright, so, number 1, ultrasonic waves from its red orbs. Step 2, wrap it up in its 80 tentacles. Step 3, weaken it with poison. Step 4, profit.
Step 4, suck it dry.
Chomp it right up with that big beak.
Yes, beak. Although none of the Pokedex entries really talk about what it does with that big beak, but I have to assume it's for eating.
Yeah, what'd that big beak do?
What'd that big beak do, Professor?
Yeah,
I don't know.
What'd it do?
I don't know.
What'd it do?
Maybe, okay, let's read this next one. Maybe it'll be in there.
Maybe.
It's not.
Okay.
It communicates with
But maybe.
others. All right, are we done?
Curtis, shut up.
You too, Corbin.
Okay, sorry.
It communicates with others of its kind by lighting up the red orbs on its head. When the orbs are blinking, it's a warning sign.
Yeah, we knew that.
Okay.
Okay,
We
yeah.
knew that.
Great, I'm glad you remembered. All right, moving on to the Galar region. When the red orbs on Tentacruel's head glow brightly, watch out. The Pokemon
Watch
is
out.
about... Oh, jeez. The Pokemon is about to fire off a burst of ultrasonic waves. All right. Glow brightly. The next one here says, its 80 tentacles can stretch and shrink freely. Tentacruel ensnares prey in a net of spread out tentacles, delivering venomous stings to its catch.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, kind of stuff we already knew. Galar didn't really add a lot more there.
Not really.
All right. Let's move on to the lentil region.
Wait, what? What are you talking
Yes,
about?
the lentil region. No, it's I've talked about it before. It's an archipelago. It's a group of islands where there's not a lot of humans, but there's a vast number of Pokemon, and I believe Professor Mirror is out there doing research right now. So he has some Pokedex interest on some Pokemon.
All sounds made up.
It's not made up. It's not made up. He mainly does photographs. So
Okay.
You say that every time he brings up the
you
lentil
really
region.
do. It's the
It just
lentil
sounds
region.
dumb.
All right, well, let me read this entry, and let's see if it all lines up. Tentacruel use ultrasonic waves to investigate their surroundings and emit light from their heads to signal danger. They seem to react to the Neo 1's scans. Maybe they felt familiar to them. The Neo 1, by the way, I believe that's Professor Mirror's exploration device. That's what he uses to go underwater and go in the air and stuff and take pictures.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Everything we've heard about so far kind of lines up there. See?
Yeah.
All right. So it is a valid Pokedex entry. Corbin.
I don't know who this is. Never heard of this person.
You've never heard of Professor Mirror?
No.
He used to he learned from Professor Oak. Professor Oak used to be very into Pokemon photography.
That's right.
All right. Well, if you say so.
I do. But that does it for the regional Pokedex entries. Let's read some unique Pokedex entry. The first one comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says, Tentacruel, a jellyfish Pokemon, an evolved form of the Tentacool. Its numerous
one and
tentacles serve as a powerful weapon. It is known as the Gangster of the Sea.
The gangster.
Gangster
The
of the sea.
gangster of the sea. All right.
That's what everybody calls him. In fact, I didn't know it was called Tentacruel until I was a lot older. I always knew it as the Gangster of the Sea.
Gangster.
I dig it.
All right, the next entry comes to us also from Ash's Pokedex, but a different entry. He must have gotten a new Pokedex or something at some point.
Maybe.
Tentacruel, the jellyfish Pokemon. Its potent poison stingers can quickly paralyze its victims. And the last entry comes to us from Dawn's Pokedex. Tentacruel, the jellyfish Pokemon, and the evolved form of Tentacool. Tentacruel uses its tentacles to capture prey and holds it until weakened from poison.
I feel like I'm going to have an aneurysm.
What, you don't like the... I think I showed the difference there pretty well in those two words.
You did. It's just, God, who named these?
Tentacruel, tentacles. Hilarious. All right. That does it for the Pokedex entries on Tentacruel. Let me go ahead and quickly read an unsourced, uncredited article, and then we can move on to... Well, it's a secret. I'm not going to tell you yet.
What? Tell me.
No, I can't. It's a secret.
All right, fine.
All right. Tentacruel is a large jellyfish Pokemon. It has a clear light blue body that has 2 large red orbs on either side and a smaller orb in its center. Its eyes are visible in its round lower body, which is black. Extending from its lower body are 2 blue beak-like appendages and numerous grayish tentacles. Its red orbs glow whenever it is excited or agitated, communicating with its own kind, and it may alert others to danger by stridently flashing them. They are also capable of refracting sunlight, storing energy, and firing ultrasonic waves. I don't know about the refracting sunlight and storing energy thing, but the ultrasonic waves, yes, that is true.
Well, that's a Tentacool thing, not cruel.
The refracting sunlight and storing energy. That is a Tentacool thing. And but I mean, it wouldn't be crazy to think that a Tentacruel could also do that. But I mean,
anything the Tentacruel can do, the Tentacool can do better.
Wait.
No, other way around.
Yes, strike that. Reverse it.
Anything the Tentacool can do, the Tentacruel can do better.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself, Mr. Curtis.
The Tentacruel can do anything better than the
my brain's gonna blow up. Please stop.
Tentacruel can do anything better with its tentacles than Tentacool can.
Stop.
All right. Tentacruel's primarily light blue body helps it camouflage in the water. It has a total of 80 tentacles, which can readily extend during hunts to ensnare its prey in a net-like shape before immobilizing it with poison. The tentacles can grow or shrink with ease. Its tentacles can absorb water to stretch even further. Most of these tentacles are hidden and kept short, leaving up to 14 exposed. All right, cool. All right.
There you go. There's your answer.
Thank you. I wish it was in the Pokedex entries and not in this unsourced, unaccredited article, but it does explain. It does answer that question that I had.
It does.
However, it's just speculation.
Yeah, it's speculation. Nobody knows. However, it tends to lose tentacles as it ages. While Tentacruel are rarely seen, they can gather in large group, which scares away any nearby fish Pokemon, or brutally murders them. Who knows? Sure. Tentacruel lives in underwater rock formation, and they can be found throughout the ocean.
Boom! There it is.
Boom.
Are you ready for your surprise?
Ooh, me, Professor.
Is it a roly-coly in a stocking?
Nope, it's a pop quiz.
That's worse. Much worse.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and put away your Pokedexes and bring out your Rotom laptops.
All right.
For
fine.
And sending me the answer.
But I better get a roly-coly as a Christmas present after this.
I have under no obligation to give you any kind of present. In fact, I think it's frowned upon, actually, to give
to you.
He can't show favoritism to all the other students.
Exactly, and at this point, I have so many students. I can't possibly give gifts to all of them, except of course for the gift of knowledge, which I give to them every single week.
What about me? I show up in person. I go the extra mile. I could easily sit at home and listen to these lessons just like everybody else, but I'm here in person.
Listen, we talked about this before. You need to come to class. You need this the little bit extra that being in class itself provides to really get the point across.
Because I'm so personable and good with people, right?
Yes, you just learn differently.
Yeah, I do. I'm just built differently with my brain.
All right, now you're stalling for time. All right, does everybody have the Rotom laptops out? Are we ready for this pop quiz?
Yes, let's do it.
Ready.
Okay, all right. Question number 1. Tentacruels frequently communicate through the red orbs on its head. What is Tentacruel trying to communicate when its orbs do the following? All right, now I'm going to give you like 3 things, and you have to say what each of them do.
Okay.
Or at least type out what each of them do.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Number 1 is glow. Number 2 is blink. And number 3 is glow brightly. Okay, both of the answers are in. Corbin says, I guess I'm assuming that you're answering these in the order that I gave them, so I'll read them.
Yes, I am.
For glow, he said it's an emotion, happy or sad. For blink, he said a warning. And for glow brightly, he said a sonic blast. Okay.
Boom!
Let's see what Mr. Curtis says. He says a glow equals excited or agitated. He says blink equals a warning. And glow brightly equals an ultrasonic boom boom.
Let's go.
You guys, excellent job.
Mm.
I'm very impressed. You did very, very well. I was a little bit worried there. It can be hard to distinguish between glow and glow brightly, but you did a very good job. I'm very happy.
Yes.
All right.
I was a little torn there. I was like, is glow brightly agitated or is glow brightly boom boom?
No, it's boom boom. Boom boom
I
boom.
mean,
It's boom boom.
True in that they are very close, and maybe it was a little bit mean to ask you. However, I think if you're ever in this situation, if you're trying to figure out if a Tentacruel is agitated or about to blast you with an ultrasonic boom, you're gonna want to know the difference.
That's true. That's true, Professor.
So I think I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you. All right, question number 2. True or false? Tentacruel can only extend its feelers to become net-like when it's in or near a source of water. So Corbin simply responded, true. He believes it's true.
It's true. Was there an exclamation point behind that? True, Professor?
No, there is not.
Well, I did know it.
Mr. Curtis says, tur.
What?
Sure.
What?
Tur.
Sure.
I think he switched around the U and the R.
Well, then it's wrong if he didn't write the answer correctly. Wrong.
He says, tur, the tentacles absorb water to expand almost endlessly. Yes, you are both correct. The answer is true. It's one of those rare true or false questions where the answer is true and not false.
I know, right?
That's right.
Really weird.
All right, question number 3. What does Tentacruel do after it has captured its prey with its tentacles? Okay. All right, both of the answers are in. The question was, what does Tentacruel do after it has captured its prey with its tentacles? Corbin says it immobilized them with poison. It's weird. It's like a past tense answer.
I meant to say mobilizes, but I didn't want to edit it because you hate when I edit my answers.
I do. It's an automatic 0 if you edit your answer.
Sure.
Now, Mr. Curtis says it weakens the caught prey with its harsh toxin. And I know what? You're both exactly correct.
Money.
It weakens them with poison. Very good.
Oh, let's go.
Question number 4 and the last question. How can you tell a Tentacruel has lived a long life? Question number 4. Corbin has responded with, it has fewer than 80 tentacles. And Mr. Curtis says, by how few tentacles it has, it will have less the older it is. Yes, very, very straight and to the point, Mr. Curtis. Excellent job.
Thank you.
What about me?
I mean, you got it right, technically, but I mean, like, was it above and beyond?
Oh.
I don't know. I can't say. You know what? I can't say. No, it wasn't above and beyond.
You know, I would go above and beyond if I felt that you deserved for me to go above and beyond.
Well, Professor absorbed
Professor.
What do I
Professor
absorb? Are you okay?
all of your energy.
I think Curtis is
You
losing
really
it.
upset him there.
Curtis is losing it. We need to end this.
Okay. All right. So, excellent job to the both of you. You both got full marks on that quiz. I love it. That's really what makes me happy. is
You
seeing
love to
full
see
marks.
it. Man.
Yes. And so I'm gonna call this lesson over. We're done. We're done with Tentacruel.
I'm out.
Cool.
Later.
Well, okay, hold on. I mean, I guess you can leave at this point. I don't really need you here anymore.
Well,
but,
that's
you know,
rude.
for those students who want to stay and learn about what's going to happen next time,
All right, I'll
stick around.
stay. You convinced me.
Do you know, guys? Hey, do either of you know who we're talking about next week?
Give me a hint on which type it is, and I'll tell you first time around.
Tenta happy?
Man, I wish. Unfortunately, no. It ends with Tentacruel. The tentacle end line.
So we're done with the class. It ends with Tentacruel. Done.
No. The
Okay.
Tentacruel line ends with Tentacruel.
Oh.
There is a Pokemon after it. It is a rock type Pokemon, or a rock electric type Pokemon.
Is it Rockruff?
Ooh.
No, it's not Rockruff.
Dude, I think I know what it is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Rockruff.
I just
Yes!
said no. It's not
That's
Rockruff.
what I said.
Oh,
It was Rockruff.
I didn't hear you. Sorry. I thought that was my brain.
We're learning about Geodude. all
Oh. Why didn't
right?
you say
Geodude,
that?
It's not only is it a rock type Pokemon, it is the rock Pokemon. All right. I thought I was giving too much away when I said it's a rock Pokemon.
The
but
original, baby.
Apparently not.
The rock
That's
Pokemon.
the
See, you
OG.
didn't say the rock Pokemon?
Yeah.
See,
We would have gotten it immediately.
You would have known.
would have
that.
known.
Jeez, I'm
Would have
sorry,
known.
guys. I'm sorry. That's my bad. All right. So that does it for today's lesson. If you have questions for me, the professor, you can send them to my Gmail, or Gengar mail, for those of you who aren't technologically savvy. My Gmail is wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you don't have a Gmail account, that is perfectly fine. You can also find me on the Flying Pokemon themed social network, Twitter. I'm there at wwopokemon as well. If you really like this lesson and you think more people should experience this wonderful world of Pokemon that we live in, feel free to give us a rating on a Flapple Podcast. That's the best way to get the word out. Also, it's spelled Apple Podcast. I don't know who decided that. It wasn't me. But yeah, that does it for today's lesson. So, until next time, class is dismissed.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon is a part of the Pokecasters Network.